Hello, my little friends, and welcome back to From Mangoes to Maples, where stories from India travel all the way to your homes here in Canada. It's me, Millie, with a fresh new story for you. Today's story is about creativity and about how learning should help you grow, imagine, and enjoy the world, not just memorize things. And today's story, children, comes from one of India's greatest writers, Rabindranath Tagore. Before the story begins, I'm going to tell you about a little boy named Vivan who lived in a big city somewhere in Canada. Vivan's schedule was busy. On Monday, he had math class. On Tuesday, he went to learn piano. Wednesday, he learned coding. Thursday, soccer. Friday, swimming. And even Saturdays were packed. One evening, Vivan sat staring out of the window while snowflakes floated gently outside. He wasn't looking too happy, so his mother asked him, "What are you thinking?" Vivan sighed dramatically and said, "I'm bored. I want to watch TV or play games." His mom chuckled softly and said, "Boy, you've been doing things throughout the week. This is your time. Sometimes we need time to imagine, wonder, and dream. Use it. You will get busy again tomorrow." And as she said this, she told him, "You know what? I remember a story I heard when I was young. The story is called The Parrot Who Forgot How to Fly." Long ago, a king in India owned a beautiful green parrot. The parrot loved flying, singing, nibbling fruit, and chatting happily all day long. But one day the king frowned. He said, "This bird knows nothing. It must be educated immediately." The royal ministers panicked. "How do we educate a parrot?" they whispered. Soon experts arrived from everywhere. One scholar said, "The problem is the cage." So they built a giant golden cage for the parrot. Another expert said, "The problem is the lack of books." Mountains of books were brought in. Another one announced, "The bird must study seriously." Pages and pages of lessons were pushed toward the poor little parrot. Soon the palace became extremely busy. Workers polished the cage daily, teachers gave long speeches, writers copied giant books, officials nodded and took down notes. Everyone looked busy except the parrot. The poor bird barely had the time to sing, fly, play, or enjoy the sunshine. Whenever it chirped happily, someone shouted, "Quiet! Learning is important and learning is happening." Whenever it flapped its wings, another person cried, "No distractions! Focus! Focus!" The parrot became quieter and quieter. One day, the king arrived proudly to inspect the educated bird. "Wonderful," said the ministers nervously. "The training has been extremely successful." The king looked inside the cage. The parrot sat there perfectly still, no singing, no flying, no sparkle in its eyes. The king blinked and blinked and looked and blinked. The parrot had now learned how to sit silently beside giant books, but it had forgotten how to be a bird, how to sing, how to chirp, how to enjoy. Mother looked gently at Vivan and said, "Learning is important, but children also need imagination, curiosity, free time, creativity, and joy. Your free time is for that. Use your free time to ask questions, to explore, build, draw, imagine, play, and think freely. Books are wonderful, classes are wonderful, but learning should help your minds come alive, not feel trapped in a cage, just like the little parrot." Schools in Canada provide ample opportunities for you to be creative, for you to imagine, for you to come up with your ideas. And trust me, you will excel in school and in life once you have learned to be creative. True learning helps us grow, imagine, and think freely, not just memorize information. My question to you today is, what is something creative you enjoy doing that makes your mind feel happy and alive? Do you think you're going to do this the next time you feel bored instead of watching TV? Give it a thought. I hope you liked today's story. So don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next week. Until then, from India's land to Canada's snow, may seeds of kindness always grow.